fans, thanks for clicking today's Dreaded Heroes report. Hope you had a great weekend. Went to a wedding. It was alright. Hey, Dean Ambrose versus Undertaker match on SmackDown is confirmed to be Taker's last scheduled appearance, by the way, for the time being. WWE left it kind of open where Taker could come back, confront the Shield later if he wants. Totally up to him. That's a good job to have. Taker came out of the recent matches much better shape than the past few years, by the way. Going into WrestleMania 29, Taker rested more, of course, changed his diet, tried a new workout. Also, Taker worked a smarter match with Punk, and this is because, mindset that Triple H going into, some of his last matches, that going into Punk match would, be easier on him. And he just wanted to give the fans a good match, but not destroy himself. It was a good match. Vicky Guerrero noted on Twitter, he didn't go in there with, Brock Lesnar. No telling how long he would have taken to, recover from that match. Vicky Guerrero noted on Twitter that WWE diva Emma was going to be working this weekend Raw live events. I'll get into more of that here in a few. WWE is going to be beginning a tournament May 23rd down to NXT to crown the first ever champion, women's champion for NXT. TNA announced that on Thursday's Impact that the SYFY is going to be returning on May 23rd episode of Impact. Now, don't know if you remember, SYFY character first was created for a TNA video game and then portrayed by Frankie Kazarian, followed by Christopher Daniels. Well, during their final appearances, former TNA wrestler Kyoshi, he also played the role. So I don't know whether sometime he was whiter and smaller and thinner. As of right now, there's no indication who's going to be playing the role of SYFY when the character returns, because there is no one person. Following match is going to be taking place on next week's episode. So far, this is what I got. #1 contenders match for TNA tag titles with James Storm as special guest referee is going to be Daniels and Kazarian taking on Aries and Rude, and of course Sting, Angle, and a mystery partner is going to be taking on Bully Ray, Devon, and Mr. Anderson. I wonder who the mystery partner is. Brother? Triple H won the most medal athlete. I think he's been winning that quite a bit. In Thursday's fifth annual Revolver Golden Gods Award, which was hosted by Chris Jericho again. Triple H admitted to always being a big metalhead, and he wasn't able to accept the awards in person because he was at Germany filling in for Chris Jericho because he was with Fozzy. Oh well. WWE reported their 10th quarterly report that they have entered into an agreement to purchase a new corporate jet. Isn't that wonderful? It was only $27.5 million. Don't get excited. The report was earlier released today and noted that once the transaction is completed, the additional improvements and taxes would run the final cost $31 to $32 million. I don't know what the gasoline is for that, but ooh. All right, WWEshop.com is now selling CM Punk's Second City Saint black hoodie and WrestleMania 29 DVD Blu-ray packages. The black hoodie, I wouldn't wear that in certain areas of the United States, but other places, okay. Investment sites SeekingAlpha.com has published a full transcript of Thursday's WWE Investors conference call, which I know you guys are waiting to see that and read it fully. After a few days of following a grueling European tour, this week's WWE tapings, they're going to be back on the road at, I guess, Raw live event, looks like in Youngstown, Ohio. Set up so far for tonight, Cena and Sheamus taking on Ryback and Henry. Team Hell No taking on the Shield. U.S. Champion Kofi Kingston taking on Cesaro, which I think is a good match. I mean, those two, they're good. All right, this is who had a birthday over the weekend. I got a lot more news. Happy birthday to Hall of Famer Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji. Didn't know he was still around. He keeps quiet, don't he? 78 years old. Current WWE referee Scott Armstrong, 54. WWC Universal Champion Ray Gonzalez, 41. Current WWE performer Brad Maddox, only 28 years old, just a kid. And former WWF and WCW valet Alicia Webb, 34. Also today would have been the birthday of NWA star Dory Funk Sr., would have been 94. Superstar Big E Langston, this is funny, tweeted the following in response to the speculation that he could be the secret admirer of the Diva Champion Caitlyn. He said, why would anyone think I'm the Caitlyn's secret admirer? He says, I admire her openly and publicly, and sometime with pricey opera glasses. Didn't know Big Boy had a sense of humor. May not be much, but hey, that much, that's good. And if you're if you're one of my Facebook followers, I got a picture of myself on there as a Paul Heyman guy, and hell, I look pretty good. Or I look like Marlon Brando of The Godfather. I don't know which, but Paul Heyman continues to tease big news for today. He said after teasing something extreme for Raw, Heyman now says his client Brock Lesnar is in the mood to break some news and won't be waiting for Raw. So, says not waiting for tonight. So I haven't seen anything yet, so I'll let you know. You'll probably see it tonight anyway. WWE officials stated during last night's investor call that they're planning on airing the WWE Legends House on the network whenever it launches. However, reports within WWE are looking for shopping for another home for it. Here's the reason why. There's currently a big push in WWE to get Legends House on the air. It was filmed back into the major network under the NBC Universal banner, and they're hoping it was going to be shown this summer. Anyway, officials don't want the Legends House to become too outdated by the time it airs, and so they're looking to get it out sometime this summer. SYFY, BROVO, to look at leading candidates to pick up the Legends House. Plus, they don't want the people to all be dead by the time the show gets on the air. Legends House was filmed in 2012, early in 2012. On there is Mean Gene Okerlund, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Hillbilly Jim, Howard Finkel, Jimmy Hart, Roddy Piper, Pat Patterson, Tony Atlas. And WWE's new Total Diva reality show has a lot of company officials excited because they feel that's going to open doors for people to see the new different and products that WWE brand has beside pro wrestling. And I watched The Call last night, by the way. That's a WWE studio. Now, I think they got that from somebody. I don't really think they actually did it in their own studio. I don't think. But and that's a hell of a good movie. People within WWE have seen the first two episodes and noted that there's good storylines are going to be featured on the show, and one to do with the girls coming in, and one has to do with WrestleMania drama, and others got to do with the Divas managing romance and life on the road. The show is being billed as a reality show, but all scenarios says it's scripted. WWE 29, WrestleMania 29 DVD and Blu-ray cover features a small tribute to Paul Bearer on the side, along with the usual WWE home video stuff, pay-per-view logos. There's a picture of the urn. Also noted last week that Paul Bearer has already been confirmed for 2014 Hall of Fame. Bear's family has reportedly already reached the deal for the WWE inductions, and it's reported Undertaker is very high on the list of people to induct Bear, but Michael P.S. Hayes is a close runner-up. Bear and Hayes, they've been friends before they were even working in the wrestling business. All right, here's the latest tweet against John Cena from Ryback. He says, I got a wild hair up my Ryback side. He said, I'm swinging for fences. Super Cena's face is the ball. I hit hard, Ryback. All right, noted before, old NXT star Corey Graves, Bray Wyatt, Aaron Neville, Paige, and Emma, they were working Raw and SmackDown live events over the weekend, and they tried Paige and Emma out, both in heel and babyface roles, see where they fit in better at. Irvin Munchnick, which Munchnick people, the guy writes articles and stuff. Don't know if Irvin is the same guy that's up Vince's backside all the time. But anyway, this guy, he's working with the family. Now, this is kind of interesting. Don't know whether this has been out very much. I can't remember this. But working with the family of Nancy Argentino, who to publish a ebook that will come out May 10th. Okay, that's the 30th anniversary of her death. Who is she? Well, the book is entitled Justice Denied, the Untold Story of Nancy Argentino's Death in Superfly Jimmy Snuka's Motel Room. 100% of the revenues are going to go to Battered Women's Shelter and resource center in White Plains, New York, called My Sister's Place. I'm going to have to look that up, see what happened on that. If you guys know anything about it, don't look it up. I could do that. But if you happen to know anything right off about it, I don't remember that. All right, tonight's WWE Raw is taking place at Roanoke Center, Roanoke, Virginia, and confirmed for tonight's show is an injury update on Cena. No other match has been confirmed but Brock, Chris Jericho, and Miz will reportedly be returning. And advertised locally is the team of Ryback and Ziggler taking on Cena and Alberto. Following bullet points for tonight, what we'll soon reveal about his silence on his injury, and look for Cesaro to begin long grueling quest to get back his U.S. title. Are Cena and Bryan's days as champion numbered? What's the next Alberto Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger? What are they up to? And Triple H and Lesnar have anything to say before Extreme Rules? And former diva, by the way, Lena Yada. Remember her? She was there for a short time. She's expecting her first child with Disturbed lead singer Dave Dryman, I guess. All right, man, I'm always sneezing when I get ready to talk too damn much on this. We also noted that there were several NXT stars, I was telling you, working live events. Well, Bray Wyatt debuted his new look, and now he's sporting a face mask. Triple H and Stephanie, they wrote on Twitter that the two were attending the Floyd Mayweather and Robert Guerrero boxing match in Vegas this weekend. Seen that match, and man, that thing went for, I think, maybe a little over an hour. Ooh, went to 12 rounds, and it's a good match. UFC fighter Sonnet, remember Chanel Sonnet? He tells TMZ he wants to buy WWE when he retires from MMA. Sonnet rep told TMZ he's not joking. He has already met with bigwig friends in the investment world to enact his takeover. Said WWE rep told TMZ we're a publicly traded company, so Sonnet more than welcome to purchase shares of WWE stock and become our valued stockholder. As just about done, hang on. As noted earlier, WWE removed CM Punk from their event page for all their summer pay-per-view events through SummerSlam. However, Punk is still advertised for several Raw TV tapings, and starting with Raw taping May 27th in Calgary, Alberta, and Punk has also been advertised for upcoming Raws in Japan, Taiwan, and Australia. WWE's recently decided to remove Punk from all Raw tapings and live events. The only wrestling event that Punk is advertised for is the upcoming Comic Cons, getting him some big time rest. I am too. I'm so tired. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.